Yeah, it's been quite difficult. Obviously, we found out we were getting ready to train as normal, and then got told that it was no longer going ahead. Pretty hard to take. It's not that we don't expect things to not go perfectly, but that was quite a shock. Obviously, knowing that it is now going ahead next year, we're just full steam ahead to Tokyo 2020, but in 21. So I think our preparations will remain much the same. We've got our national camp now. We'll resume in January. Hopefully Pro League goes ahead and we can get some international competition in beforehand. But our main focus now is on the Tokyo Olympics and making sure that our team and our squad are all in the best condition and shape possible, that we're really ready to go, and that we can actually get there and give it our best shot.
Well, it's just about how we can get better. The way I see it is I use it as a good thing that the Olympics is delayed for us to get better, and I don't look too far forward of what's going on, if it's going to happen or if it's not going to happen. I believe it's going to happen, so I'm training hard for that as well as the team. And my point before is we've got a lot to do beforehand, so I think it's a long time away. Even though we've started the process now, it's still a lot needs to be done beforehand.
Tokyo being reset has certainly shifted the goalposts for us as a team, and pretty much world hockey at the moment. With the calendar leading to the Olympics, we don't really know how that is. We might have, very minimal international matches before the Tokyo Olympics. So I guess we've got to be really flexible and adaptable in our preparation. But also, if we don't get them international matches, we've got to think about ways how we can really get that competition and get that high-level standard without the international matches. So we've got to be prepared for lots of different situations. And I think the mindset will just be optimistic. We'll be really looking forward to the opportunity. It might be a little bit different to what a lot of the guys expected maybe for their first Olympics, and a lot different to some of the guys that have already played at 1 or 2 Olympics. So certainly we have to maintain that high-level standard, but also be adaptable to what the environment is and that ever-changing situation that COVID's presented the world.
Yeah, I think personally it was, for me being quite young in my career, I could sort of reset some goals, and for me it was about getting as strong as I can and as fit as I can during the lockdown period. So while there wasn't as much skill and that sort of thing involved without any pitch time, it was good to reset my goals, and it'll be good to kick back up next year. Although we don't have a national camp like we did at the start of or the end of last year, or a calendar set in stone. I think it's important to recognise that it is an Olympic year, and you just need to put your best foot forward and go for it as hard as you can.
A few phases, I think. We were ramping up to the Olympics originally, and it took a while to adjust to a new kind of way of being just for a few months there. You go from a really hectic training environment to all of a sudden the complete relief of nothing. But you feel it just took a long time, I think, to kind of emotionally level out. But that being said, I don't think we've wasted any time. A lot of us spent that time to get our fitness levels to levels that we probably would never have achieved. We did a lot of running and basically just enjoyed life outside of hockey. So while perhaps the on-pitch stuff maybe dropped off a bit, I think it was a good opportunity to really embrace and try and balance out me as a whole, try and tick a few boxes, finish off some uni, spend time with family, which is very rare, spend time in my hometown of Sydney. Haven't spent that much time in Sydney since I moved here 6 years ago, so it was some of the best months of my life, basically. And I think all that considered, I feel a lot. I feel like I'm in a much more balanced place than what I was perhaps this time. 2020, at the start of 2020. So I'm excited to put that into practice for 2021. Good place.